Oh, hey, YouTube. There you go. Okay, so what we've got today is your second day of this lab that you guys are working on. The warm-up for you today was to sit with your partner and sit across from somebody, and then you guys could edit each other's procedures so that they'd be concise and written well when you start. And the other class and I kind of came up with a list of things to look for as you're doing your procedures up here that I'd like to look at. So when you guys are writing your procedures or editing procedures here, we kind of do it through this lens. So the first one would be to make sure that the steps you're going to take are listed in chronological order. Don't give them the last thing to do first and the first thing to do last, because that just makes it relatively confusing. Be precise. Tell them exactly what you want them to do. This is a format issue, so it talks about tool first and then action, as in like using a stopwatch, time how long it takes their heart rate to return to normal, instead of just saying time how long it takes their heart rate to return to normal. Tell them what to do it with and then what to do. Be concise. That just means you don't need full sentences, please. You can have sentence fragments. They just need to be understandable to the person, so have them written out in that way. Address any safety concerns. If you're worried about your heart exploding or something like that, you might want to write that in there, like, please don't get your heart rate over 225 beats per minute because you might die. Instructions for recording data need to be in there, as in write this number down, write this number down. So make sure you're telling people what exactly they need to record. Make sure your steps are numbered, step 1, step 2, step 3. Alternatively, they could be lettered, like step A, step B, step C, and I can show you guys how to do that on a computer when we get there. And then the last one is give directions. Don't tell them what you did do, like first our group did this, and then our group did this. Don't make it past tense. Make it instructions going forward, as in step 1, do this, step 2, do this. So it's your chance to be bossy and to tell somebody what to do. Not tell them what you did, but tell them exactly what to do. So as you guys are finishing it up, those procedures up, hopefully you've had some comments on yours so you can recognize, like, I need to fix this or I need to fix this. When you've got it, you guys can, if you haven't had me sign off yet, have me sign off before you begin. If you've had me sign off already and you make those edits that people suggested here, what we'll do is you can start your process, which would be you're going to get your heart rate up. Do you guys remember the number you're going to get your heart rate to? 150. And on your little chart that you have in front of you, it should tell you what number that is. 25 beats in a minute, looks like it. So you'll get your heart rate up to 150, and this is what that's going to look like. You're going to do whatever exercise you wanted to, which should be written in your procedures. And when you think your heart rate is high, for 10 seconds, you'll count your beats. One person will be timing, so they'll let you know, like, start counting, and then they'll tell you to stop, and you'll count how many beats you had and consult that chart. If you're over, start again, count again. If you're under, exercise some more and do it again. But you've got to start with your heart rate at 150. Does that part make sense? Okay. Next thing you'll do, once your heart rate's at 150, get in whatever position you said you were going to use, or pop in whatever music you said you were going to listen to, or grab whatever book you said you were going to read to get you down, and have your person start timing. As they're timing, obviously, if you're reading, they're going to have to count for you. But take your pulse in 10-second intervals. You want to get back down to your normal resting heart rate. So you're going to count your beats for 10 seconds. And if you're after 10 seconds, you're still above your resting rate, your person's going to keep timing and keep going. Once you get down to your resting rate, it might take a minute and a half. It might take 3 minutes. You'll stop the time, record that number, and then repeat it 2 more times. So is that enough direction for you guys as to what I want you to do? Is there more I can offer, or specific things I can clear up for you that'll make it easier for you to understand what I want you to do? Everybody's good? Okay, so make sure you get me to sign off before you start, and otherwise you guys are working on that today. Sound good? Let's do it.